Aloha, aloha, aloha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 5 questions with the source. We've had episodes every Saturday for a few months now. This past month, February, being Black History Month, we had some awesome guests. Just definitely wanted to bring some closure to the 5 questions piece in Black History Month and also bring together some Black leaders of YouTube. This is on the spot, impromptu. This is just to light the torch. Hopefully, all day Friday, more attention can be brought to the subject, but uh, all I could do is all I can do. I'm not everyone, but if I could inspire, that's what I'll do. Let me see if I can take this banner off the screen here. So the intention is to bring together Black leaders of YouTube, or at least to spark an interest in bringing closure to Black History Month. 5 questions with the source. Every Saturday we've had in February, wonderful Black leaders of YouTube. And this intention is to bring together some of the leaders of Black YouTube to bring discussion of the current states and the current situation, and then envision the future and where to go from here. Give me a second here while I get this going. This is impromptu. Spirit guided me to bring this to the surface. I only had 1 hour or an hour, maybe 2 hours here to do something, but the intention is there. So let me see if I can address this overlay here. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. If you'd like to come on the screen, I don't have the right color of skin for this. So I need y'all. This is where I'm asking for your help. My guidance is to open up this channel. This is StreamYard. We can stream to all of our channels. I'd like to see a panel come together of Black leaders. In the chat, I posted a link for StreamYard if you'd like to come on here and invite others. All I could do is light this torch. My guidance is to simply open up this potential. And today is not the last day of Black History Month. Tomorrow is. So if I light this torch, if we bring together one or a couple leaders, that's fine. That is my guidance, is to simply light this torch to open this channel of potentiality. Go ahead and click that StreamYard link in the chat on YouTube and come on the screen. Let's get a panel together and let's talk about things. I grew up in a predominantly Black area, in the area of Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland Heights is the town. I went to school with around 75% African American or Black students. So this is close to heart. All I could do is, as the source, open up this channel, open up this potential for possibility. If you so choose to come on the screen, we can create a panel, and we can talk about things, talk about where the current state is, the past, talk about history a little bit, talk about the current situation, the current challenges, envision the future in the best way, where to go from here, talk ideas, anything at all. This is not my place. This is just me holding space. I'm going to continue to hold this space because I feel it's important. My guidance for the past couple days is to find time in my busy schedule to open up this potentiality, to light this torch as we are coming to a close with Black History Month these last 2 days here. And my guidance is to simply open this up and to have a panel. And I think that leaders like Big Jack could take the torch and run with it. I think any King Explicit, shout out to King Explicit, could take it and run with it. Dodash could take it and run with it. Oh So Ravishing could take it and run with it. Boogie Time could take it and run with it. Snapback Trishana could take this and run with it. Kiss from Jay. I know there are current challenges. I'm not expecting anybody to do anything, but my role here is to simply open up this channel of potentiality, to light this torch, to inspire. I have spaces open on the panel. We can stream to all of our channels. This can be the first of a series, but today being Thursday. It's 4 p.m. in Hawaii. I know it's 6 p.m. in California. It's 9 p.m. on the East Coast. It's getting late, but we could put in a good hour, hour and a half here, and light this torch. And tomorrow is a new day, and any creators that feel guided can open up this channel of their own, and they can have a panel, or they could create videos and post them. They could create shorts. They could create long forms. They could do live stream, anything at all. So the link is in the chat. Go ahead and click the link. Aloha. Yes, I cherish church. Please come on the screen. I need your voice. I need your presence, your leadership. Please do click that link in the chat, the StreamYard link. This is for you. This is you. This is your call. This is a call. You call to me in spiritual sense. I'm calling to you as the leader that you are amongst the culture. This is your opportunity to take the first seat in the panel, and let's call in. I wonder if I can invite some guests from here. Let's see if I could do that. Copy link. I'm kind of limited in here now. I can't actually do all the invites. I tried to tag a few leaders myself real quick in the StreamYard, in the YouTube studio. I don't know if it worked. I tagged King Explicit. I tagged Dodash. I tagged I Cherish Church. I tagged Also Ravishing. I tagged Snapback Trishana. I tagged Kiss from Jay. But I am only working with the time I have in my busy schedule, and I'm only working with this complexion that limits me in the capacity of doing what I'm here to do in this moment. My role in this is to open this channel up to, you can stream to all of your different channels if you so choose. Invite other leaders. We need them all. Calling in Miss Do It Yourself, calling in Yvette Diamond, calling in Kiss from Jay, calling in Snapback Trishana, I Cherish Church, calling in King Explicit, calling in Boogie Time, calling in Oh So Ravishing, calling in there's so many names, but I don't have the ability to share right here. Where I'm at right here is all I got is this screen. So you're gonna have to take the torch and run from here, run from here. So invite your fellows, come on screen. One way to get this really jump started is to come on screen, click that link, come on screen on the panel, and that will increase our exposure. And then the next thing from there is you stream it live to your channel. That'll open it up to a lot more exposure. The next person will come through and they will come on the screen. There will be then 2, 3 of us, and that will increase the exposure. That will bring it to more different audiences. They stream to their channel, and then the next person comes through. Same thing, 4 of us, boom, streaming to all of our channels. The panel will grow and we'll have a full panel. My role here is to simply open this up and to light the torch. That's all I could do. That's all I could do as the source. I can't do it all for you. But this is meant to be a closure for a wonderful Black History Month. I did my part, being a white individual, hosting 5 questions with the source, bringing on 4 awesome Black leaders of YouTube. We had even 5, actually. We had one on before the month even started. So we had Kiss from Jay. We had Boogie Time. We had I Cherish Church. We had Anthony My Time. And we had Oh So Ravishing. 5 guests, 5 awesome leaders in the Black community. That's my opinion from my experience. I'm inviting all of these leaders to join on the screen and do a panel so I can get out of the way. My role is simple: to open up this channel, to open up the potential to stream to all of your channels, to encourage, to invite, and to encourage. In my limited time, I've already set up the StreamYard. I've already put together a title, a picture, a description. I've attempted to tag various leaders. And from here, I'm a little limited in my capacity. I can't do much more. I've lit the torch. Now, the next step is for the first guest to come on the screen and be a part of the panel. And that will open up the doors and it'll start moving. I have a dream. This is the dream. Here it is. Here we are. So join. Feel free to click that StreamYard link, join on the screen, and I will bring you on the screen, and then you can stream to your channel. We will open it up to a lot more viewers, and then the next panelist will join on the screen as well, and may also stream to their channel. And then the next panelist will join and may stream to their channel, and we will have a full panel. And if we don't get this successfully done tonight, all day tomorrow. I will not be able to do that. I will be working all day tomorrow. But my guidance, spirit, inspiration, the spirit inside of me, showing up outside of me is this call to action to create this panel, to open up this StreamYard, to open up the potential to stream to all the channels, to bring Black leaders together, to bring Black leaders to the screen, to the forefront, to reach out to the greater networks, to bring on more Black leaders, to bring in more greater networks, to continue to grow the panel, to be a full panel, to then discuss the past, the current day, and where to from here. 5 questions with the source. We did ask questions of our Black leaders in those 5 episodes every Saturday from before February all the way through February. And one of the questions was, what influential Black leader has been most influential in your life? Which may they be a previous incarnation they lived already, or whether it be someone that's still on the earth leading today. That is one question I asked to all these leaders that were on 5 questions with the source. But let's go a little bit deeper this time around. That is what this is for. I'm keeping an eye on the comment section, keeping an eye. I know it's 9 p.m. at night on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. That's not my problem. My goal, my job, my task is to open up this conversation, to open up StreamYard, to YouTube, and to inspire the torch to be lit, for leaders to come together and discuss the past, discuss the present, and discuss the future. That's all. That's all. So I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. This is my great joy to be able to do this and simply this. And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of leaders that are out there that are ready to receive this message, that are ready to come together and discuss things, and to envision a better day, to envision, to carry forward what Martin Luther King said in the I Have a Dream speech, to carry forward the visions of the forefathers and the foremothers, the Maya Angelos and the Rosa Parks and the Frederick Douglass and the Martin Luther King Jr. and the Malcolm X, all the great leaders of before, who wish for us to come together in this now moment and to bring the torch forward into today and have real discussions about real situations, real challenges, what's working, what's not working. This is my task, is to simply light this torch, to open up this channel of possibility with the StreamYard into the YouTube, to inspire that this torch be taken and run with going forward. This conversation doesn't need to end tonight. It doesn't need to end tomorrow on the last day of February. It needs to continue on all the way until the full vision of all individuals is manifest. That is my piece in it all. I'm here to see the full vision of all members come manifest. So here I am doing my part, the source. My name is Doran. If you want, you can call me Duran, because that's the way I grew up. I grew up amongst a very much diverse area, Cleveland Heights, Ohio, and I don't see color. I don't see color of skin. I see content of character. And I love my fellow African American leaders here on YouTube. And there's no difference between any of us. No difference at all. If anything, I like y'all more because I can connect the realness. if anything at all. So here we are, waiting for the first guest to pop through to begin the panel, to begin the discussion of the real topics. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. I have all the time here. I'm just patient. I have lit this torch. I have inspired. I know I Cherish heard me loud and clear. If able, I know it's been a busy day. I watched some of your live streams today. I watched your videos today. I Cherish Bishop Share. I know it's been a big day. I saw those emotions. We are all really doing big things. We really, truly are. Um, and it can be a little bit exhausting emotionally for sure. But hey, if you got it in you, come on through. I got space for you. So here we are. We are in the last 2 days of Black History Month. My guidance, first and foremost, was 5 questions with the source to have each space, each interview slot during the month of February to be a Black leader. I fulfilled that. I asked some questions of the subject, but not enough. When do we actually talk about the real issues? When do we actually envision the highest vision? That's my piece. My piece is to call together leaders and to inspire, to encourage, even if the color of my skin is not what you expect. Doesn't matter. We need to get past those limitations, those barriers. It's not what it's about. My role here, the inspiration that I have been given in my heart for the past couple days, and I just now have found space to get on here and to bring this together, is to light the torch, to bring together Black leaders to discuss the past, to discuss what brought to this moment, to discuss this moment and the current state of affairs, and to then go forward into envisioning the future and envision the highest vision of what could be for Black leadership, for Black communities, you name it. In America mostly, but we could talk about the world too. It's not limited at all. So y'all are making me do this all by myself. Y'all are doing this to me. I'm calling it in. I'm just going to hang here. I'm here to simply light this torch. And y'all are going to take it from here. So here we are. I've got the time. So here we go again. I'm here holding space for Black leaders to come together, the Black leaders of YouTube, who are phenomenal leaders. I wish I could name them all right now, but I don't have my pad of paper with me. But calling in King Explicit, calling in Doe Dash, calling in Oh So Ravishing, calling in Boogie Time, calling in Yvette Diamond, calling in Yolanda, Britt, calling in Kiss from Jay, calling in I Cherish Church, calling in who else? Oh So Ravishing, I said already. Snapback Trishana, calling in. Let's see, who else? Who else? Who else? I need my list. Where's my list? Calling in Black leaders. I don't know if I can grab a list from here. Let's see what I have potential to do here. Media assets, recording style. Not much I could do here without ruining the stream. Let me see if I can bounce over here. And Uncle Mike calling in Tanika's world, calling in Crystal's world. Again, I repeat, calling in Crystal's world, calling in Janae, calling in Tanika's world, calling in Motivated to Soar, calling in Yvette Diamond, I said already, Britt, Yolanda, calling in King Explicit, calling in Boogie Time, calling in Oh So Ravishing, calling in Snapback Trishana, calling in I Cherish Church, calling in all Black leaders of today to carry this torch forward. Continuing the list, I got to go look on my YouTube to call in more names. Here we go. To be marriage makers. Calling in marriage meant to be marriage makers, calling in meant to be marriage makers, calling in meant to be marriage makers, calling in King Explicit, calling in Doe Dash, calling in Oh So Ravishing, calling in Boogie Time TV, calling in Snapback Trishana, calling in I Cherish Church, calling in Yvette Diamond, calling in Britt Yolanda, calling in. Let's see who else we got on the list here. Luciana Success. Nature Girl with Jesus. Calling in Luciana Success Systems. Calling in Mimi. Calling in Nature Girl with Jesus. Calling in Luciana Success Systems. Calling in Nature Girl with Jesus. Calling in Anisha LTV. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in I Cherish Church. Calling in Snapback Trishana. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in Doe Dash. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in Yvette Diamond. Calling in Yolanda. Calling in Britt. Same person. Calling in Meant to Be Marriage Makers. Calling in. Continuing, here we go. Queen's Alchemy. Azariah Scott. Calling in Queen's Alchemy, Noreen. Calling in Azariah Scott. Calling in Azariah Scott. Calling in Queen's Alchemy, Noreen. Calling in I Cherish Church. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in Doe Dash. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in Boogie Time. Calling in Snapback Trishana. Calling in Yvette Diamond. Calling in Yolanda. Calling in Meant to Be Marriage Makers. Calling in. Continuing. Nature Girl with Jesus. Let me go grab a few more names. Here we go. Calling in Stephen Black Stallion. Calling in T's Journey. Calling in T's Journey. Calling in Stephen Black Stallion. Calling in I Cherish Church. Calling in Doe Dash. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in Yvette Diamond. Calling in Azariah Scott. Calling in Anisha LTV. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in Boogie. Calling in Yvette Diamond. Calling in Yolanda. Calling in. Continuing on. Let me grab more names. Big Jack. Big Jack, Big Jack, Big Jack. Kiss from Jay. Calling in Big Jack. Story time. Calling in Kiss from Jay. Again, continuing. Here we go. Calling in Jamal Williams. Calling in Uncle Mike. Calling in Tanika's World. Calling in Crystal's World. Calling in Doe Dash. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in Boogie Time. Calling in Anisha LTV. Calling in Yvette Diamond. Calling in Yolanda. Calling in Meant to Be Marriage Makers. Calling in Nature Girl with Jesus. Calling in Mimi. Again, doesn't have to be just American. It could be global, African leaders. Let's bring the real discussion here of where we are today, the past, the present, and the future. Envision the highest potential future, what that looks like in detail. Discuss current state of things. That's what this is. I'm simply lighting the torch. My goal, my role, the inspiration I have is to open this channel up, open up the StreamYard potentials to channel to all the different channels that want to come through, to all the different networks, to bring together all the leaders of Black leadership on YouTube to discuss the real topics, to inspire change. That's the role, that's the goal, and I'm here just simply to hold this open, to light this torch. It's like the Olympics. Lighten the torch, y'all take it from here. I only have so much time here to be able to light this. I got the wrong color in, so here I am, putting myself out there. Uh, you know, just blah blah blah. Here I am. Who's gonna take the lead here? Who's gonna take the lead? Got all night tonight, got all day tomorrow to keep this conversation going, to jumpstart something great, to have a panel to stream to all the different channels simultaneous. Big Jack, if you're hearing this, if and when, take this and run with it. Anybody else who has the potential to do so, take it and run with it. It's time for a panel. It's time for the real discussions. I'm telling you, this is the guidance. This is the inspiration. I could not quiet the inner voice that told me to do this. I could not, simply could not quiet that voice. I've been hearing this for a week now, almost a week. And this is the first opportunity that I've had to get out here and do this. And I'm lighting this torch, and that is that. So get on the screen if you so choose. Right now is the good time. Let's get this panel going. Let's stream to multi-channels. Let's invite more. Anything you are guided to do. Fatima, Shahida, Abdullah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Aloha. Would you like to join me on the screen here today? I've got seats open, lots and lots of seats open to have some real discussions here today. I want to get out of the way. I'm only here to open this up. So come on the screen. Let's talk about some things. Let me get out of the way. Let's begin to expand this reach out to more and more leaders, so the panel can form. Let's stream to more and more channels so more and more people can tune in and be a part of the conversation. That's all I can do from here. That's all I can do. Calling in all Black leaders to talk about the current state of things, to discuss some of the past and what brought us to today, to envision out the future and what it could look like, with collaboration, with a joint effort. I'm inspired by Martin Luther King Jr. My childhood, in a big way, inspired by Martin Luther King Jr. I am who I am today in a big part because of Martin Luther King Jr. Okay. All right, Fatima. And I hope I'm saying your name right, or Fatima or Fatima. Um, I understand, but take this torch and run with it. Tomorrow is a new day. It's the last day of Black History Month, and my role, my goal is to simply open this channel up, to simply hold space for a coming together, for a conversation to be had, and the rest is history. The rest is history. So that's my role. That's my goal. My heart is out there. I'm vulnerable. I'm passionate about this, very passionate. So you could just sit and listen. That's totally fine. I will just continue to call in the leadership, and that will be what I could do all the way to the end. And that'll be what I do. And that's that. So here I go. I'm going to go grab some more names because I don't have the ability to invite them all. I can't do the at mention and click on their names from here. I'm limited to just this, but I can grab names and I can call them in spirit. And, I know that we can hear when those names are called. I know we can hear those voices. I know how spirit works. I know how energy works. So I'm going to continue calling in. Here we go. Calling in Jackie Seven Sims. Calling in Double Roses Twins. Calling in Double Roses Twins. Calling in The World Smiles with Basil. Calling in Jackie Seven Sims. Calling in Anisha LTV. Calling in Oh So Ravishing. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in Dodash. Calling in Four Shades of Us. Calling in Meant to be marriage makers, calling in. Oh, so ravishing, calling in. Boogie time, calling in. Snapback Trishana, calling in. I cherish church. The spots are open on the screen. If you so choose to click on that StreamYard link, I will share it again. Invite guests, copy, paste in chat. Where is that? Post comment. There we go. If you so choose to join on the screen to continue the conversation, to spark debate. Uh, I can't. I don't have the right color of face here, y'all. I can only do what I do. I can only do what I do. My guidance as a spiritual being is to simply bring through the messaging. And I've got the channel here. I've got the StreamYard, the potential to stream to all the channels. Anybody that comes on the screen can do that, stream to their network. We can begin to form the panel. Even if it's me and one person, we'll start here and we'll build. And next thing you know, you'll have two, and then you'll have three. We got all night tonight. We got all day tomorrow. Next thing you know, you got four. Maybe you hit five. That's okay. That's plenty awesome. But the conversations will be had. This is today. The past has happened. Yeah, absolutely, Fatima. The past has happened, and the past has to be addressed. Yes. And that's a great conversation starter, the past. And then the present day. What is the current state of things in detail? Talking about all the areas of what can be discussed and going forward into the future. What would be the highest vision of the future? If Martin Luther King Jr. were here today, what would he have seen in that time when he envisioned such a future? What would he have seen? And are we there yet? Are we there yet? And this is not blame. This is just a conversation starter. This is just a torch being lit. Maybe nothing will come with this. It's not my decision. It's not my choice. My role is to simply light the torch, to open up the channel, the potential to be a guest, and to invite others to form a panel. And when the panel is formed, to discuss the real issues. So all I do here is I use my spiritual superpowers and I call in all those that are Black leaders from what I've seen here on this platform. And I'm going to continue to do that. So here we go. Calling in motivated to soar. Calling in Ms. Do It Yourself. Calling in this little shed of mine. Calling in this little shed of mine. Calling in Dodash. Calling in King Explicit. Calling in motivated to soar. Calling in meant to be marriage makers. Calling in boogie time. Calling in oh so ravishing. Calling in I cherish church. Calling in snapback Trishana. Calling in Black leaders of YouTube today. 4 shades of us. Doe Dash. King Explicit. Luciana Success Systems. Oh so ravishing. Boogie time. Double Roses twin. The world smiles with Basil. Okay, continuing. Blessings for your effort. Thank you so much, Fatima. Thank you so much. Again, I repeat, I hosted 5 questions with the source all month of February. I invited 4 Black leaders of YouTube to be the guests for those 4 Saturdays. Even before that, before February, I invited a guest as well. Kiss from Jay was the first one, even before Black History Month. So we had 5 straight guests. All I was able to do was ask who each individual's most influential leader in their life has been and why that individual was chosen. So Kiss from Jay, Oh So Ravishing, Boogie Time, I Cherish Church, Anthony My Time, all were guests. So maybe that was enough. Maybe that was enough. I did 5 questions with the source. I had 5 wonderful Black leaders as guests in a row. We got at least that question asked of all these leaders. But I don't think that's enough. The guidance I've been getting, the message I've been getting for like almost a week now is host a Black leadership panel. a Black leadership panel on YouTube of our Black leaders. I personally don't have to be the moderator. I don't have to be the host. I don't have to be the admin. My goal, my role, my inspiration is to just light this torch, to just start this channel, to do this live stream, and to open it up. If individuals do join, they can stream to their channel. We can begin to form that panel. It could happen tonight, or it could happen tomorrow. I am lighting the torch. The Great Spirit is lighting the torch. And who knows what'll happen? It could become something really huge. It really can. But my goal, my role, my inspiration is to simply light the torch, to call in the leaders. And it doesn't always happen in the moment, but it does happen to manifest. It's how powerful we are as creators. So tomorrow could be a huge day. And if not, that's okay. It could happen in the next coming months. We could see legions formed. We can see real organizations formed. We can see powerful directives go into action. We could see the ancestors and the predecessors join and guide in the missions going forward. We could see real change in America and in the world. And this is just one group. I personally would like to support all groups in this effort. But this is where we're at today. We are at the end of Black History Month, and this is where we are at. So if I can encourage every group on the planet to do something for the planet, for humanity, for the better good, the greater good, I would do that. But that's not where we're at. We're in this moment. And I just interviewed 5 wonderful guests, Black leaders, on 5 questions with the source. So what better way to wrap up the month of February, Black History Month, but then to go ahead and wrap it up with a panel, 5 questions panel. And this wasn't planned out. This wasn't something that was planned ahead. This is something that was impromptu. This is something that all I could do is light the torch, being that it is 7 p.m. on the West Coast on a Thursday, and also 10 p.m. on the East Coast on a Thursday. There's no guarantee that this could happen now or come together in such a way, being that I'm limited in my complexion, being that I am not the one that could be the perfect choice to admin such a panel. All I could do is light this torch to inspire. If I'm willing to put in this energy, this effort, and be passionate in this way about the subject, then why can't I? That's the question. Why can't I? Is it important or is it not? Are things just peachy dory? Are things just good and it's just the way it is and we can't really change anything? Or is there an opportunity to grow, to lead, to bring in something better, to follow in the footsteps of some of the greats that lived before us and fulfill some of the dreams that were put into motion many, many years back? There's those that sacrificed for what we have today, and it's not enough. That's my opinion. Not enough to just settle. Not enough to just settle. This is a critical moment in time, an opportunity when we have it generally good to take this generally good moment and build something outstanding, phenomenal, that really has impact. So that's what is happening. I'm here, the source, Doran, and you can call me Duran if you want. That's how I grew up. I always got to be both. And I'm passionate about this subject. Hello. Do you want to be called Mimi? You've got so many channels. Mimi is one of your channels. Welcome, Diana Walker Doings. Gen X Effect is here as well. We had Deborah L said aloha in the beginning. I'm going to just put some of these on the screen. Deborah L said aloha in the beginning. I Cherish Church said, did I hear Black leaders? Yes, you absolutely did. Fatima was here, said hello. So sweet, sorry, I'm in bed. And hello, I Cherish, and the past is to be addressed. I shared the link for those that wish to join on the screen. Fatima said, blessings for your effort. Gen X Effect said, rides in the live on my big wheels. Yes, you are, brother. Welcome, welcome. Fatima says hello to Gen X. Even just having 5 people in here, that could help to grow the numbers. Gen X says hello to Fatima. But Diana Walker Doing says hello, dear. And Fatima said, without your complexion, we would still be in chains. Interesting concept. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not here to argue or debate any of it. I'm just here to be a unifier. To yeah, I know that like that the yeah, and I don't want to be on the screen by myself. So Mimi, I know you're not in America, so you're not really a part of this current day situation, but you are in Ghana. So maybe you just want to come on here and connect with me. I need some sort of momentum if this is going to grow into something. I don't need anything, but like this is an opportunity, Mimi. If you'd like to come on screen, I shared a link. Let me share it again, and we can connect. My role, my goal, my inspiration was simply to do this stream to have a title, a topic, a description, and the intention is there, and Black leaders will come together. It's not for me to bring them together. They're going to come together in their own time. And I don't need to be anything in this. I'm just lighting a torch. I'm just inspiring. I'm just calling it in energetically to happen. I'm going to share this link again. And, you know, I'm putting myself out on the line here. Like, who in their right mind would do this? Who in their right mind would do what I'm doing right here, right now? Because I don't operate that way. I don't. Fatima said, hello, Diana. Diana, yep. So there's the link to join on the screen. You are also able to stream to your channel as well through the StreamYard. We can walk through that. If you choose to come on here, you could do that as well. Stream to your YouTube. This is the beginning of a discussion, a conversation, a debate, a panel, so many things. I'm just holding the space open. I've been calling in energetically all the leaders. I don't have the ability to do the invites from here. My guidance was just to simply launch, and just all I can do from here is just talk. I can't really do much. So Bidayana says, can Black leaders really come together? That's a challenge there. That's a challenge. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. But would you like to come on the screen? We could talk about some things here if you so choose. Otherwise, I will just keep on this channel saying what I'm saying, which is I have lit the torch. I have created a title, created a thumbnail, I created a description, calling Black leaders to come together to talk about the past, talk about the present, and envision, and talk about future. Where to from here? This is the end of Black History Month. The timing is right. Tonight, I know it's late. That's understandable. Tomorrow, Friday, all day is an opportunity. I know people work, but somebody may take this torch and run with it. That is what Spirit would do. That is what Spirit would do. Spirit has lit a fire under me all week long. Here and answering the call, do the stream, invite the Black panel to come together. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not, I cannot talk on that. Yes, Fatima, yes, yes, coming together, absolutely. And I know that, like, and I'm not some savior. I can't do anything here, but simply what my heart called me to do, which is to create a stream, to invite a Black panel to come together to talk about past state, present state, future state, talk ideas, discuss potentialities. Maybe something big will come with it. Come of it. I really don't know. It's not for me to decide. But I've done my part simply by 5 questions with the source every Saturday. Had wonderful guests. I will continue to have wonderful guests, but I made sure that it would be Black leaders for the month of February, Black History Month. Even before February, Kiss from Jay. Before February was on, we had Oso Ravishing. We had Boogie Time. We had Anthony My Time, and I Cherish Church. Awesome, awesome leaders. That could be a powerful panel right there. Ah, So, and I'm not gonna be on here all night. I'm just here doing what I'm doing for a time, and I will get out of the way. Fatima says, "Black leaders' hands are tied with the limited power they are given." I'm not here to discuss that sort of thing either. I'm in no position to place judgment, to address whether there's limitations or whether they're insurmountable or not. We have an opportunity here. We have a technology here. YouTube is phenomenal. StreamYard is up leveling in a big way. We have the ability to stream to multiple channels, not just on YouTube, but throughout other social media as well, to the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams and so on and so forth. A black panel of YouTube leaders can make a real impact on this world, on America, and on this world. And I know I'm a repetitive record here, going on and on and on and on, because I'm being left to hung out to dry here. Um, Not saying that, I'm not taking blame for what happened in the past. Neither should anybody else. We're all here today in this now moment with the opportunity to go forward in a big, big way. And all I could do is plant seeds. All I can do is light fires and inspire and encourage and open up platforms of potentiality. And that's what I'm here doing. So Betayana says, then it will be great because in unity we stand, divided we fall. Absolutely, absolutely. Betayana says, then it will be great because in unity we stand, divided we fall. And for a third time, because when three times is said, it manifests into the world. Then it will be great because in unity we stand, divided we fall. So it is, and so it is, and so it is. It is done. I'm here as a spiritual being. Um, Talking on past lives, if you want to go into that, there's no doubt I've been everything. I've been African American in past lives. I've been African. I've been Asian. I've been everything. I've been animals. I've been plants. I've been and continue to be as a spiritual being that knows that energy is all there is and it is all one infinite divine energy, source, creator, in form, physical manifestation. Um, it's all one here. Don't mind the color of the skin. Just hear the messaging. Now is the time to come together. Now is a wonderful time, the end of Black History Month, to bring closure to a great month. Um, it's just momentum, and you can have the world tuned in with the right effort, bringing together the right leaders with the right questions and the right discussions. This critical moment, it's outstanding. It really, truly is. So, again, calling in Black leaders to form a panel to discuss the past, to talk about the present day, to envision a better future, the details, all of it, what is possible and what can be done in this day and era with collaboration, calling in leaders such as Dodash, calling in leaders such as King Explicit, calling in leaders such as Boogie Time, Oh So Ravishing, The World Smiles with Basil. I did call in Mimi, and Mimi's here. So awesome. Thanks for answering the call. Calling in Luciana Success Systems. Calling in Boogie Time, Oh So Ravishing, Meant to Be Marriage Makers. Calling in Yvette Diamond, calling in Yolanda Britt, calling in Miss Do It Yourself, calling in This Little Shed of Mine, calling in Rising Phoenix, calling in all. You know who you are. Once this is uploaded, I can go in there and I could tag all the names, and I could tag 100 of them. And that's what I'll do. Once this is done uploading, I will go and I will tag all of the different names because I couldn't possibly, from the top of my mind, bring through. Oh, somebody's here. Jeffy. Sorry, but you got to show your face and not just some puppet. Sorry, this is a very specific discussion here. Thank you so much for showing up. but this is a very specific topic, specific discussion, um, and I'm just holding space for it. So we're at the 50th minute um, in this critical moment in history, in this divine time to be alive and on earth, to bring change, to bring in a world that we all wish to see, to come together with like-minded individuals, to come together with people that we have a similarities with, and to bring forth a vision and to plan and build out a better future. To talk about what has happened and what what were the pieces parts that made that all happen and go forward with what's currently happening and what can we do as core groups to come together and to address issues, to raise awareness and to go forward into a better future, to envision what's possible. And if we were to design it all, if we had creator powers, if we could design it all ourselves, what would it look like? And to share those bigger visions, to share that energy, to find platforms to speak from the mountaintops and get our messages out wide, far and wide, and to form groups that work on projects on the local level, nationwide, and globally to bring forth the visions, to bring the plans into manifestation. If Martin Luther King Jr. were here today, alive, what would he say? What would he think of what he sees? Um, if Frederick Douglass were here, if Maya Angelou were here, if Rosa Parks were here, if Malcolm X were here, what would they say? What would they do if they saw the current situation and state of affairs? What would that look like? So this is an opportunity for something big. The end of Black History Month. There's a lot of attention right now for Black leaders to come together. Okay, Fatima's hold up. I'm bringing you someone. Okay, awesome, beautiful, and I will get out of the way. That's what it's about. Here's more, something and more here. Private chat. Yeah. So, oh, seven sacraments of health is here. They would not be sitting at home. Very true. Very true. They would not be sitting at home. Well, being that it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, it's 7 p.m. It's dark on the West Coast. It's a Thursday evening. So, yeah, I see what you're saying. So you're talking about like Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Maya Angelou, the leaders of the past would not be sitting at home and idle. That's what you're saying. I got that message. Okay. Bedayana Walker Doing says, we're waiting to listen. You bring them at Fatima Shahida Abdullah. Awesome. 7 people are here. So it is growing. It is growing. I don't know how much longer I can go on here, but I'm holding space. And even if I have to leave it on, if leadership shows up and takes the seats on the screen, if the panel begins to form, if the messaging is coming through, if real topics are being discussed, I will leave this up. I will step off the screen and leave it to y'all to discuss. And even if it's just discussing times for Friday and availability and how can we align times for a panel. I won't be running the panel Friday. 8 people are here. Welcome, welcome. I won't be running the panel if it happens Friday. I'll be working, but I will be so happy and so proud if I'm able to come onto my YouTube after work and see that a panel of leaders came together, and I will know that I did something and that the inspiration that came through my heart was brought into the world and people heard, and the calls I've made out to leadership were heard and answered. And it could be the perfect panel. Dodash and King Explicit and Oh So Ravishing and Boogie Time and Meant to Be Marriage Makers and Yvette Diamond and Luciana Success Systems and Yolanda, Britt, and This Little Shed of Mine, and Rising Phoenix, and so on and so forth. I'm just holding the energy and envisioning it and calling it in. So Seven Sacraments of Hell says, LOI mean we need to organize. Absolutely. Absolutely. 228, no shopping. That's one way. That's one way. Yeah, that's one way. But I'm not in charge here. I'm just holding this open for discussion to happen. Um, for Black leaders to come on the screen and to form a panel. Maybe not tonight. If one or two or three come on, that's wonderful. If topics are beginning to be discussed, that's awesome. Um, I'm just holding it open, and I can get my white face off the screen if things begin to come together. And then tomorrow I won't be around to even do nothing, so I'll be working. So if a panel happens tomorrow, awesome. If not, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I did my part. All I could say, and I'm just doing a little bit. I'm just. I'm not saying I'm doing enough. I'm not making that judgment call. None of that. Um, 5 questions with the source. I brought guests on. These are beautiful Black leaders. Um, Kiss from Jay was the first one. Boogie Time, awesome. Oh So Ravishing, phenomenal. Anthony My Time, outstanding. I Cherish Church, outstanding, phenomenal. The words, you know, awesome, 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 awesome. Great shows. I was able to ask one question of all of them: what influential leader has been most influential in your life, whether it be a past leader or a present day leader in the African American community, and why that individual was chosen. I really enjoyed that feature. Um, I don't know. There's just a place in my heart. So Diana Walker doing says the source going back to sleep. See you later. Thanks. I was sorry I brought you out of your slumber. I was calling your name so much that you heard it. You heard it loud and clear. You woke up from a dream and you said, "I have a dream." And the source is on streaming and he's calling in my support and I got to be there. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mimi. You let me know if you want to be called Mimi or Bedayana or I don't, you have multiple channels and I'm just figuring it all out. So we're coming up on 57 minutes here. I can go past an hour, but I'm like broken record here, going on and on and on. And I got the wrong color of skin for this. And I got this YouTube channel, got this StreamYard, potential to bring multiple guests on the screen, the potential to stream to all of your different channels, to bring in the greater network, and to have some real discussions. I'm here to facilitate if need be, ask some questions, but kind of feel out of place in that. Can I just show up as the source and not be the color of my skin and be a facilitator and be an admin? It's possible. Or maybe it's meant to happen tomorrow, Friday. We shall see. Or maybe it's not meant to happen at all. We shall see. Just doing my part, just lighting the torch. And we shall see. Seven Sacraments of Hell said, I respect your respect of Black voices representing themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. I questioned whether I should even do this stream. How is this going to look if I am just calling out and I, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But this has always been important to me. And I don't know. Hope I don't get shut out of the big conversations because I have a voice too, and I could bring ideas. I can talk strategy. I can do things too. Um, ally, yeah, ally. That's a good word for it. That's a good word for it. Absolutely. And we're in the beginning of something great. A lot of us have only been on YouTube for a handful of months here in this momentum that we're all building up together as a collective, as a family, as a tribe. So Fatima says, Alicia J speaks is on her live. I really wanted her to come over. Well, I mean, I lit a torch, so like the conversation has begun. Um, so I'm glad that you're receiving something from what I'm offering here. I've sparked and It could be tomorrow is a day for doing a short form or a long form or a live stream, to bring the real issues and topics to the surface. It could become a panel, or it could not. If anybody takes the lead, I see Big Jack, if he has a time in his schedule, he's the type that would bring together a very powerful panel. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot of leaders on here that could do such a thing, and that have the technology to host a multi-person panel and to stream to all the different channels, to bring an actual impact. Um, it's a lot of possibilities, a lot of possibilities. I feel that my voice has been utilized. I feel that my energy has transferred. So I feel complete in the transfer of energy. The for manifestation into form, I can step out of the way, and we can just see what happens. I love that part of it, the magic of it all. Um, yeah, maybe all the leaders will be in dream state and get these visions and these messages in dream state. Maybe the great ones will visit in dream time. Martin Luther King will make a visit to the leaders that he's calling in, and Malcolm X will bring a message for his leaders, and Frederick Douglass will bring a message to his leaders, and Maya Angelou will bring a message to her leaders, and Rosa Parks will bring a message to her leaders, and so on and so forth. Jackie Robinson, um, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, um, you know, the list can go on and on and on and on and on. Martin Luther King Jr. I started with that. Um, who knows? Who knows what God has in plan, in action, for the coming days, weeks, months. Something really big could come of it all. I don't know, but I appreciate all of you. Thank you for just understanding, for overstanding, understand. I don't know. I don't want to get in debates. I don't know enough to do it. Um, let's do something. Let's do something. The power of collaboration, the power of coming together, the power of talking about things, how they've been, talking about how things are, and looking forward at how things could be if we, the people, and this goes to all groups, not just African Americans. This is a call to action of all groups of like minded individuals to come together and look at things the way they have been, the way they currently are, and what is possible going forward if we envision a brighter future and a better way, and we form groups that collaborate to bring forth structural change in our world. Uh, this is the time we're in. This world is malleable. The old world is meant to go to the wayside as we, the leaders, step forward and into our roles, and we form groups and we bring in the solutions. So thank you all so much. I've done what I can. I appreciate all of you. Let me let go of this now, and and we'll just see what happens. Aloha. Thanks so much. Aloha. Bye for now. Ciao.